Hi, everybody. It's Johnny here from Aspire Boxing Health and Fitness, and I've got some exciting news today. Is that we're about to kickstart our 12-week challenge. So, with a 12-week challenge, it starts on Monday, the 31st of January, and it runs for 12 weeks, which ends on the 24th of April. Now, during the 12 weeks, there's so many things that are going to help you along the way. First, there's 12 live online workouts, so you'll have access to this every day for 6 days, and there'll be 12 classes, morning, mid-morning, and evening. You can do as many classes as you want. But not also do you have the classes available at your fingertips, you'll also have other workouts you can try as well. So I'll give you some workouts you can do when you're not online, and I'll also have exercises that you can do as well in that, so you make sure you're doing the right thing. Also, there'll be some nutritional support as well. And that'll be based on the Fast 800 and Michael Mosley. So I'll be referring a lot about my nutrition around that and the support with that as well. Also, you'll have access to the membership page, which will be log in, and on there you'll have recipes, you'll have exercise tips, you'll have workouts, like I said before, you'll have tips, there'll be articles, everything at your fingertips there during the 12-week challenge. And also, you'll have me supporting you 100% as well. You'll also have access to the Facebook page, which is under Aspire Groupies, which is a fun, safe environment. It has daily themes on there as well. But also, at the end of the challenge, there's prizes. So the first prize is you'll get your money back for what you've paid for in the 12-week challenge. For everybody who completes the challenge, they'll also get a $50 gift voucher at Rebel Sport. Now, to complete the challenge, there's going to be a few criteria. So the first 6 in the 12-week, you'll have to give your measurements, you'll have to give your scale results, and you'll have to give us your measurements as well and photos. Now, in that time as well, at the start of the challenge, I want to hear what your goals are during the 12 weeks. And at the end of the 12 weeks, I want you to write up a story of what you've achieved in the 12 weeks. With all of this, that will determine who the winner is. Then if you complete the challenge, you get that $50 gift voucher. But what I really want to let you guys know about is I've got Matt here from Core Healing, and Matt's offered to give everybody who hops on the challenge an emotional code healing session, which is 1 hour, which is 30 minutes, which is valued at $95. And welcome, Matt.
Thanks, Johnny. Yeah, excited to be a part of the 12-week challenge. Like I'm a client myself at Johnny's. I love doing the online exercising, usually on there 3 or 4 times a week. But I thought Johnny came to me with the idea of incorporating core healing with the emotion code, and I really thought it's a great idea. And I just wanted to offer anyone who takes up the 12-week challenge a free emotion code session. Basically, anyone who doesn't know what the emotion code is, it's an energy healing modality. So what we do is we're releasing what we call trapped emotions. So these are like emotional experiences that we've been through in our entire life. But these can also be inherited from our parents, the stuff they've been through, or prenatal while you've been in the womb. And basically big emotional experiences that our subconscious mind stores and holds on to, essentially to protect us in our lives. But sometimes these emotions and this energy can become sort of redundant and not really be relevant to our everyday. So with the emotion code, what we do is we clear out that stuck energy, that negative energy that's holding on, and sometimes it can sabotage us in certain ways. And obviously, in the weight loss space, how many people have been on diets and after a week, or set a New Year's resolution, and after a week or two, the wheels fall off the bandwagon and everything falls apart, and we sabotage ourselves in different ways. So the emotion code is about getting deeper into those emotional issues that might be anchored in there, stuff that we may have been through as a child, and these habits that we create that sort of sabotage ourselves in different areas. So clearing those out allows us to flow a bit better, and basically move forward in life without these blocks coming up.
Awesome. And how do you think during a 12-week challenge this would benefit some of the people who hop on the challenge with the emotional code?
Yeah, so look, with a session, we usually pick a topic to focus on. So we get really specific of what we want to work on. So, I mean, in regards to the challenge, it could be around that exercise. It could be weight loss, any emotional issues that are stopping you from losing weight. Any emotional eating. So if there's certain foods or like sweet foods or savory foods that may be addictive or you really can't stop eating and you want to get rid of them, we can take the emotional charge out of those. And anything like, as I said before, self-sabotage, any fears, like a lot of people have fear of judgment for maybe appearance and stuff like that. They're afraid to be themselves around people. Relationship issues, obviously, with our mindset, we can have a lot of relationship issues that are deep emotionally caused, and obviously sleep and any other topic. Like we can focus on absolutely anything with the emotion code session. And the way I explain it, it's like a battery. So essentially, we have this emotion. We go back and think about an emotional experience, and our minds can't determine what's real and what's not. So if we go back and think of a memory from maybe our childhood, or it may only be a few years ago, and we have this emotion come up, it's usually there's an emotional charge that is related. So essentially, it's like a battery there holding on to that memory. So with the emotion code, essentially what we're doing is we're draining the energy out of the battery. So you can look back at that situation in a neutral perspective. It's not a reactive mode. It's not the energy. The energy of the emotion is not coming up and rehashing itself. Because as you know, like when you keep going into stress, your digestive system slows down. And obviously, once your digestive system slows down, then the weight starts to pile up and that sort of thing. And we can run into issues there. So when we look at these, taking the emotional causes out of all these things can definitely help in all areas of our lives, no matter what topic we focus on.
It's so true. And what I like you said, like what you said about there is like the digestive system. So look, and I always say to clients, you can't train yourself out of a bad diet. Doesn't matter how much you sweat. Yep. Exercise is definitely going to help you towards that, mentally, physically, your body changes. But if you haven't dealt with the food that you're eating, your sleep, your water intake, stress, the emotional side of everything, you're just like a hamster in a wheel. You're just going around, and you're not moving at all. So with the 12-week challenge, bring in core healing and Matt on board, you've just got something else there that will help you move forward in that 12 weeks. So we're trying to tick off nutrition, exercise, sleep, water, the emotional side of it. It's the whole package. And whatever you write down your goals in that first week, we really want to target every one of you guys on what you want to achieve. So when it comes to 12 weeks, I want to see all these awesome stories of how we've done everything in this challenge and it's made you a better person. So everybody wins at the end of the challenge in the end. If you're consistent with it for the 12 weeks and you're patient, you've got no choice but to move into being healthier mentally and physically as well. So I'm really excited that Matt's actually offered this to everybody for the challenge, because I think it'll be a tipping point of making a change to your life. So Matt, thanks so much for hopping on board during the challenge.
Yeah, no problems. And as I wanted to mention, we do our sessions either through Zoom or we do them through email. So that can be recorded. It has to be a physical session. And this works as well as anything. So if you wanted to look at how the sessions run and any more information on the emotion code, you can head to our website on corehealing.com.au, and there's a ton of information, ton of videos on how sessions are run, the method behind it, the reasoning behind it, so you can better understand it. And once you understand it, it makes a lot of sense why we get held back. I know myself, as much inner self-work I did and journaling and self-awareness, you get to a point where you still feel like there's blocks there that you can't move through, and a lot of it you can't recall consciously, and a lot of the stuff that comes up emotionally is subconscious. It's stuff that we've experienced that we not necessarily remember, but it's still deep in there, and our subconscious brings it up as if it's important. And as I mentioned before, it's usually there to keep us safe as a protection mechanism. But we obviously often outgrow things like your toys as a kid. They're there as toys as a kid, and they're great as a kid, but we outgrow those things. We don't want to keep carrying them on as adults and that sort of thing. So it's just about releasing the baggage that we have that we don't need, that can be holding us back in our life.
Yeah, awesome. And like Matt said, if you want to know more about what it's all about, just go to the website, Core Healing. You'll see other people's testimonials there. What he said, I know personally, I've used Matt in the past for my emotional eating, because I come from a background of being overweight and obese before I became a trainer and lost nearly 30 kilos. So I still had stuff that I was holding on to as well. So I know from a personal point of view with Matt that this does work, and I wouldn't have Matt on board during this challenge if I didn't think it would work and help you guys. So I highly recommend that you take up the offer for Matt for the 30-minute session as part of your requirement to complete the challenge. But in the day is to educate you and move yourself forward. So go to Matt's website. If you want any more information, don't be afraid to comment on the video or contact myself at Spyboxing Health and Fitness. But we're both here together to help you move forward. So again, I'm really excited for Matt to come on board and do some emotional codes with all of you guys.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the transformations of everyone as well. That's going to be great to see. Yeah, no, it's going to be amazing. Yeah,
awesome. Thanks, Matt. Thanks everybody for listening today. And again, if you want to contact any of us, I'll leave the details for you on this video. But until then, I'm excited for you guys to hop on the challenge. But take care. See you guys. Bye.
See you later.